Namaskar. At JOALI Being, well-being is deeply personal, intentional, and transformative. In this episode, we are joined by Oscar Bey, Tourism Group Wellness Director, to explore how mindful living, nutrition, and nature-led design come together to redefine modern wellness. So, how often do you visit JOALI Being?
Every 2 months.
Oh,
I
nice.
I used to live in Maldives for 10 years.
Oh, okay. So now you're back home.
Yeah, almost 1.5 year. I'm back home, and I'm based in Istanbul, corporate office, and that's pretty much
That's nice.
it.
Okay, so I'll start with the first question. Jolly Being introduces a philosophy of well living and the joy of weightlessness. How would you describe this mindset and why is it the foundation of every guest's journey on the island?
Okay. Um, a JOALI being, well living is not about fixing something that is broken. It's about rediscovering lightness in the body, mind, and emotions. The joy of weightlessness reflects a state where the guest feels less burdened by stress, habits, less burdened by expectations, and even gravity itself. This mindset is the foundation of the journey because true transformation can only happen when people feel safe, when people feel supported and free to let go. So we begin by helping the guest release what weighs them down physically and emotionally, so they can reconnect with their natural state of balance and vitality. And the date of zero it's, it's a continuation of this start and a continuation of the
Yeah, I was just about to come to Gate of
yeah,
Zero.
yeah,
So, at the heart of the island is the Gate of Zero, right?
yes, exactly.
A symbolic starting point for transformation. Can you walk us through what guests experience here and how it sets the tone of their well-being journey?
Well, actually, Gate of Zero itself an art piece. It has an amazing flow, it's an amazing structure, and it's an art piece of our zero point. The date of zero is a physical and a symbolic threshold of joy being. It represents arriving at a place of zero pressure, zero judgment, zero expectations. And when guests pass through it, they are invited to pause. That's what we advise our guests. If they step on the island and gate of zero, we advise them pause and breathe. That is our ritual when we arrive at gate of zero. And consciously step away from their daily identities and routines. Because it marks the beginning of a new relationship with themselves. Leave everything behind. So this is a zero point, and one based on the awareness rather than targets. So this moment sets the tone for the entire journey by signaling that transformation begins not by doing more, but by really slowing down and listening.
Nice. So, your approach combines ancient wisdom, nature, and modern science through the four pillars mind, skin, microbiome, and energy.
Correct.
How do these pillars shape personalized well-being program for different guests?
When we were developing JOALI Being, we were trying to structure our foundation, right? So how we can build up our well living programs to every individual needs, so every individual journey. And of course, science is very important when you are developing such programs or such methodologies. And we were very fortunate to work with was beyond scientists while we were developing the four pillars of well-being. It is four pillars are based on the understanding that human health is a really connected system rather than isolated parts. That's why when we look into the mind pillar, it's informed by neuroscience. It's emotional stress, directly emotional stress affects the heart rate, hormone balance, and immune response. So practices such as breath work, meditation, watchful, and even a therapeutic dialogue with our experts can regulate the immune system, emotional response. But of course, on the other side, we have our biggest organ, the skin. And the skin pillar is it's also an interesting pillar which is both dermatological sides and internal health. The skin is not only a protective barrier, but also immune and sensory organ. So its condition often mirrors immediately inflammation, hydration levels, gut health, making it a visible indicator of internal balance. And then when we go to the internal balance, we need to mention the microbiome pillar. It's a very grounded and emerging research linking gut bacteria to immunity, metabolism, and even mental health through the very known now gut-brain axis. So by supporting practices with nutrition, probiotics, and spine practices, we influence not only physical health but also mood and cognitive clarity, and sharp and clear mind.
So
And our last,
mental health is also taken care of.
yes, yes. And our last pillar is the energy pillar. Energy pillar focuses on, of course, its name, its movement, and respiration, and cellular vitality. But when we talk about cellular vitality, it's, when you look at the science perspective, its energy relates to material health, the oxygen level, and the circulation of the blood, the clean oxygen, and the carbon out. So cleaning the blood itself with the movement by this pillar. So movement therapies, breath work, and sound-based treatments even stimulate these systems while also calming the nervous system. So when you look at the whole four pillars, these are together. These pillars allow us to personalize programs, observing our stress, digestion, skin health, and physical vitality.
So how many days minimum?
Individual.
How
Sorry?
how many days minimum you expect a client to stay for the program if
I mean,
they
yeah,
want to
overall,
go this all four pillar
yeah,
program?
overall, but we don't have minimum stay concept. However, if the program, when you would like, your intention would like to come to a program, for a well-being program, definitely 5 to 7 days is a good way to start. Good way to start. But of course, once you feel that after 7 days, especially 14 days, so you can start to convert all these practices to your habits.
Do you do even online after the client has gone back home? Do you do online, classes or online? Are you in connect online with the client?
Online, yes, we do online. For example, when we're talking about the programs, especially our guest intention is coming into another program, where instead of offering one solution for everyone, we design integrated journeys that supports the body, also the regulation. However, to be able to design a program, and if you're going to that, before your arrival, that journey starts because our experts will immediately contact you and they go through a questionnaire with you and they have a video call with you. So at least to design your needs and your expectations to be able to handle everything before your arrival. Upon your arrival, we take over 100% because then the diagnosis starts. We fine tune you. And during your stay, when you continue the program, you will definitely always interact in the interaction with our experts during your stay, so they follow up how everything is changing within you. Do you feel it, or how does this benefit? And after this fine-tune, after the departure, our team also will continue to reach you out on how the progress continues, and whatever support from our end necessary, they will be always there to guide.
Okay. So, as you said, sound and vibration play a very important role also here. From the sound therapy, you have around 14 Watsu and hydrotherapy spas and signature treatments. What makes these aquatic therapies integral well living experience at Jolly Being?
Sound is my favorite part about JOALI Being, because in every hour guest journey and touch points, you see the sound instruments in the villas and discover sound pad. But sound and vibration, when you look into that, it work directly with the nervous system. And unlike many therapies that rely on physical effort, sound really invites the body into relaxation and coherence naturally. In our sound therapy hall, we call it Seda. Seda means sound in Turkish. So there are 14 different instruments, as well as the bed itself. And these instruments, such as phones, the vowels, the monochords, they create the frequencies that resonates with the body's own rhythms. But this therapy is also personalized because we
Sound
design
therapy
the.
must be maximum used for neuro patients, I guess.
Excuse me?
Sound therapy must be used widely by neuro patients, I guess. People who have
Yes,
neurological problems.
I mean, neurological problems, the tension, the sleep, they're all, related to our neurological systems, right?
Hmm.
And or anxiety. And we don't know how to pause ourselves during our day-to-day life. And our minds keep moving around. But the key thing also with the sound system, it's designed specially for everyone. Because before the treatment, the therapist sits with you in the nature and try for 15 minutes to understand your level and where you are and what you really need. Because the 14 instruments, also the flow in the session, which instruments for which instrument, which frequency it needs to design for that individual. And also, I told you my favorite part is the discovery sound. We have an amazing discovery sound plan in the nature, so guests can experience by themselves. It's another layer flowing sound into wind, water, forest air. So these experiences really often release emotional tension and quiet the mind.
And even the aquatic, like water therapies, aquatic therapies,
Yeah,
also does the similar kind of effect to the body.
exactly. But especially the sound, if you look into research or scientific perspective, it's a certain sound frequencies and rhythmic patterns can influence directly the brainwave activity, right? Guiding the brain from beta, which is active alert states, then into theta waves associated with relaxation and meditation. So, and our therapist is very well trained. We developed this sound therapy flow with the scientists. So they're very well trained, and every year, twice, this person who we develop, it's coming and checking and also improving the flow and the practice itself.
Nice. So, well, living at Jolly Being includes the whole family through Peak Adult, a multi-generational zone to play, connection and deep bondings. So, how does this concept redefine family wellness, and why is it important?
Mm, When we were building up Peak Adult, we were thinking and brainstorming about reconnecting generations. So the Be Kid Adult is all about reconnecting generations through play, creativity, and shared presence. And especially on an island with your family, that presence is a must. In your day-to-day life, we have lots of experiences for lots of activities, right? So, and wellness is often, even now recently it is changing, but it's still there. That mindset. It's often seen as something it's adult do alone. But true well living, it's all about being relational. So
True.
in being big adult, children and adults explore movement, imagination, so emotional expressions together, sharing that movement together. So it creates space for bonding beyond screens and schedules. Tremendous. So this defines family wellness as something joyful and inclusive rather than restrictive or instructional. So it teaches families that well-being is not only about health, but about connection and emotional safety.
So, how do you think you different from the other wellness resorts which are not on the island and which are on the on in different places, maybe in different cities? There are so many wellness resorts coming up, even in India and Thailand and other places, in actually every part of the world. So, how do you think you are different from the island wellness resort than the other resorts?
Wellness results. And we can talk about the different sections. One is Maldives, physical. The location, the geography, the Maldives uniqueness, and let's say that we call it hardware. It's our geographical advantage is Maldives. And JOALI BEING is the only place in the Maldives that you can go for that food. And when you look into this hardware, everything is designed based on well living and well being principles. Very truthful. So you're in Maldives, in a crystal clear ocean, and a beautiful tropical island that you're stepping on the sand, and every design, every villa, restaurants, facilities are thoughtfully designed based on the well living and well being elements. So, and we have very wide and spacious facilities that the privacy is highly guaranteed. So if you're there to isolate, to release yourself far from everything, you definitely visit because I'm still talking about the hardware, right? As a physically, the privacy, the spaciousness, it's all there. And besides, we are the only property firm in the world with the all inventory is private villas. And and all these with the villas with pool. So you're in a wellness property, living in your villa, having the best program on a mountain island, in a tropical island setting. When we come to the software, which is actually the key, you might have all these, but you need the people, you need the setting, you need the service, you need the guest room, and the people who do that. And like I said at the very beginning, we were very fortunate to collaborate with some of the finest scientists. So our four pillars of JOALI BEING is a very unique method that we combine all our programs, we design all our clinical experiences, we design all our guest experiences based for four pillars of JOALI BEING. And of course, besides that, the technology, the innovations that we keep pushing and updating every quarterly, every half of the year, annually. So that is always keeping us ahead of the communication and the people. We are very fortunate also to attract one of the talented and professionals who is happy to be on the island, who is happy to be connected with the guest, who is happy to see the changes that they really affect on our guests.
Nice. So, do you get a lot of Indians?
We
in
do
the
have,
clients?
we do have, we do have, we
And
do
are they
have.
repeated clients or they
Sorry?
just are they repeated clients? They come second time, third time?
We do have repeater clients from India. Of course, we do have very good Indian clients, Indian guests that come in repeatedly, and especially for the Indian guests when they see one of the itinerary which is Plantea, dedicated to vegetarian cuisine and American cuisine. Some of our guests highly from India are highly surprised and appreciate it. And especially one of our key experts on the island, they're from India. And whenever our Indians comes, they immediately connect with our experts and they start to exchange their experiences. They start to exchange which practices we have. And our Indian, I guess, they're more into questioning our practices on the island.
Okay, nice. So very good to hear so many different things about JOALI being sound, water, therapies, and Gate of Zero. It is quite insightful. So thank you so much for this, and hopefully we'll have a lot of clients coming in soon to JOALI being and
Yes, looking forward.
resort. So I'm sure that's super luxury too. So we'll have a lot of clients coming over. Thank
The beauty, I think, Joanna, being it's not only also the well-living and island that we build up with all these practices. It's also the place that there is no pressure.
you.
Because I've been in most of the wellness resorts, let's say clinical practice. So it's the choice is there. Our approach, the choice is there. If you enjoy that, definitely because we have very established wellness structure. But if your choice is to enjoy an amazing interaction in Maldives, stay. But the Maldives tropical island experience, it's there. So that combination is I think the perfect because you don't feel that oh this is a can I do this or can I, there is no pressure because
Yeah,
island
that's
is very much private enough you can enjoy your drink or you can eat.
basically you enjoy the island the most.
Exactly. So it's not like you're mandatory you're going to stay 5 days. No, it is there, but it's intention. So your intention is just enjoying the ocean, underwater, and rice, eat, dine. That's an also option. I think that's beautiful.
I agree with you fully. Thank you so much,
I
and
appreciate it.
we'll be in touch soon.